Good evening all. This one more video from Dr. A. Parimala Gandhi related with the inverse Z transform when different ROCs are specified. So for this we consider an example. So when function x of z is given as z power minus 1 by 1 minus 0.25 z power minus 1 minus 0.375 z power minus 2, where ROC is mentioned. For first case, mod z greater than 0.75 is ROC. Second case, mod z less than 0.5 is ROC. Third case, mod z lies between 0.5 to 0.75. Okay. So for the given function, since if we apply the partial fraction method, it will be easy to reach the answer. So first find the partial fractions. Before that, make the confirmation whether the given function is a proper fraction or not. Of course, the given function is a proper fraction. Now, factorize the denominator. Its factors can be easily identified from these two terms, ROC conditions. Okay. So, whereas it's sure that 0.75 and 0.5 will be the factors we can identify. And since their difference is minus and their multiplication results in a negative value, so it's obvious that one will be a negative value, another one is a positive value, and in that since the difference is minus, having minus sign, so the highest value should be substituted with minus sign. So that's why 1 minus 0.75 z power minus 1 into 1 plus 0.5 z power minus 1 are taken as factors. Now, by applying the partial fraction method, it can be written as a divided by first factor plus b by second factor. Now we have to find a and b values. So for that, the entire function x of z is to be multiplied with a's corresponding factor, and z power minus 1 is the variable here. So that is to be substituted with 1 by 0.75, which is actually 4 by 3. So after substituting and finding, we can find a as 4 by 5. Next, similarly, b is to be calculated. So the entire function x of z is to be multiplied with b's corresponding factor. Then z power minus 1 is substituted with 1 divided by minus 1 by 0.5, which is minus 2. So after substituting, we can find the answer of b as minus 4. Now x of z after having a and b values can be written as 4 by 3 by 1 minus 0.75 z power minus 1 minus 4 by 1 plus 0.5 z power minus 1. Now x of z is 4 by 3 by 1 minus 0.75 z power minus 1 minus 4 by this 1 plus 0.5 z power minus 1 can be written as 1 minus of minus 0.5 z power minus 1. Okay. Now we have to analyze about different cases. So in the case of first, ROC is given as mod z greater than 0.5. So it is since it's already greater than 0.75, so it is obvious that mod z greater than 0.5 also. Okay. Now since both of these two conditions are representing exterior part of some circles, so both of these two functions equivalent inverse should be representing causal functions, which means right-sided functions. So equivalent to these terms, of course, these are taking the form of 1 by 1 minus a into z power minus 1. So whose inverse is a power n into u of n. So it's taken in that form. 4 by 3 is merely a constant. Then in the place of a we have 0.75. So 0.75 whole power n into u of n. Minus 4 is anyway a constant. In the place of a we have minus 0.5. So minus 0.5 whole power n into u of n. So among these two terms, if I take 4 and u of n as common terms, so it will be 4 into 1 by 3.75 whole power n minus of minus 0.5 whole power n into u of n. Okay, this is the answer for first case. In case 2, mod z is given as less than 0.5. So it is already less than 0.5. So obviously it will further be less than 0.75 also. So what we have to do, since interior part of circles are acting as ROC, we have to express both of the two terms as the left-sided functions. For that, we know minus of a power n u of minus n minus 1 have that function has the z transform as same as that of a power n u of n. So equivalent to these expressions, just we have to include a minus of a power n into u of minus n minus 1. So it is minus 4 by 3 into 0.75 whole power n u of minus n minus 1. Similarly, this second term will include minus of minus will make plus 4 into minus 0.5 whole power n u of minus n minus 1. Again, among these two terms, 4 and u of minus n minus 1 is taken as common terms. So the remaining terms are, I am taking this at first. So minus 0.5 whole power n minus, if I took 4 outside, then this will be 1 by 3. So minus 1 by 3, 0.75 whole power n into u of minus n minus 1. This is the answer for second case. Okay. Now, third case is easier because mod z lies between 0.5 and 0.75, which means greater than 0.5 and less than 0.75. So, if greater than symbol is there, which represents the exterior part of the circle, is ROC. Mod z less than 0.75 indicates the interior part of the circle is acting as ROC. So, in this, in the first term, which uses with 0.5, that is to be expressed as right-sided function, and the term corresponding to the second ROC should be expressed as left-sided function. That is minus 4 by 3 into 0.75 whole power n u of minus n minus 1, because it's a left-sided function. Minus 4 into, already minus sign is there, so minus 4 into minus 0.5 whole power n into u of n. Okay, so it's a right-sided function. So it's a combination of left-sided as well as right-sided functions. That's why the ROC lies between two circles. Okay, so this is the answer for third case. So now I think you got the clear-cut idea of this type of problems. Okay, thank you. All the best.